Advice is given freely. Advice is the most cheapest commodity on earth. Anybody can give you advice, whether he or she qualifies or not. So be careful of where you take your advice from and who you take your advice from. On the 19th May 2020 was one of the saddest days in my life. It was very painful and emotional. I nearly cried, but I also remembered my mother telling me that men don't cry, so I kept it to myself. Two reasons why I lost my 400 birds on the 19th of May 2020. Reason number one, bad advice came from a neighbor poultry farmer to my sister, led to that loss. Reason number two was caused by my lazy worker. Advice is given freely. Advice is the most cheapest commodity on earth. Anybody can give you advice, whether he or she qualifies or not. So be careful of where you take your advice from and who you take your advice from. A poultry farmer who is also a neighbor near my poultry farm advised my sister that she can buy gumboro vaccination and put it inside his fridge. Normally, when you want to vaccinate your poultry, you buy the vaccination a day before you want to vaccinate them, or if you can, you have to buy it on the day that you are going to vaccinate them. When you buy it, normally we put it in an ice chest and put ice block on it. But this poultry neighbor farmer advised my sister that she could buy the vaccination even 3 weeks before she give to the birds. My sister obliged to her advice and bought the gumboro vaccination and put it inside his fridge. When he put it inside the fridge, I suspect that there was a light out and he did not tell the truth, or he removed it from the fridge and put it outside. When you buy the vaccination, it has to be in fridge till you give to the birds. So when my sister went and took the vaccination, the gumboro vaccination, she thought she... So when my sister went and took the vaccination, the gumboro vaccination, she thought she was giving the vaccination to them, but the vaccination was dead. It was powerless. It had no effect. And secondly, the day before the birds started dying, there was heavy rain with storm. Luckily, my sister was there on the farm, and he told the worker that he should go and bring the black polythene down. Normally, if you've seen poultry structures, you can see that there are big polythene plastic beside the structures. Normally, we bring it down when there is a storming rain. So when my sister told the worker, my sister thought that the worker had gone to do it, not knowing he was just sleeping and snoring. He heard my sister and responded, "Oh yes, I'll go and do it," but not knowing he did not go. So it rained very heavily, and the rain went inside the structure. And on the next day, when they went inside the structure, we had lost about 200. So we sent some to the veterinary, and the veterinary confirmed that yes, the rain has killed them, but there is a gumboro in the flock of the birds, so we have to treat them. And my sister told the veterinary people that, "Oh, we've given them gumboro, so how come there is a gumboro?" And that we realized that maybe then the gumoro my sister sent to the poultry neighbor to put inside his fridge, he removed it, or there was a light out, and he did not tell the truth. And even for the fact that he advised my sister to buy the gumoro 3 weeks before she gives to the birds was bad advice. That's why I said you have to be careful of where you take your advice, because anybody can give advice, whether he or she qualifies or not. And advice is the most cheapest commodity on earth. And advice can ruin your life, or it can make your life successful. So be a student, don't be a follower. Take many advice, select one, make your own research and conclusion, and at the end you are going to live with it, whether you like it or not. So be careful of where you take your advice, be careful of how you take your advice, because you are the product of what you think, and you are going to think about any advice that you take from people. So my advice is, many poultry farming in Ghana are collapsing, and if God willing, next week I will come and explain why poultry farming are collapsing in Ghana. There is a reason and there is a cause, and also there is a solution. So if God willing and nothing happen and Jesus does not arrive, I will come and explain why many poultry farming in Ghana are collapsing. The reason, the solution, and the cost. Thank you for watching Safuba Foods TV. Please, if today is your first time, kindly subscribe, like, and comment. God bless you. Bye-bye.